Hello friends, good afternoon all of you, and let's start for today's communication skills class. Okay, so I think that all you people are fine and doing well in your studies. So let's begin that what you people did last time. I think that we people have started with unit number one, and unit number one, we people have completed articles, noun, and pronoun. So in today's class, we people will talk about verb. That is the next part of parts of speech that we are going to continue. So let's begin. I will share the screen. All of you just note that everything is fine for you. I mean that my voice is clear to you as well as you are able to see the screen also. If it is visible, you just reply me with yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So just give me a few seconds to set the screen and then you people can just begin quickly. All right, so all you people are requested to join within time because already people are getting it late. So let's begin. In previous session, I have already mentioned that we people are going to talk about verb. So before going to talk about verb, let's talk the verb in detail. That you people need to understand verb is the main part of sentence. If any sentence is there, then that is main part is verb. You can make sentence without subject. Okay, without subject. There can be sentence without subject, but there cannot be sentence without verb. Okay, you cannot make a sentence without verb. Okay, so let's take an example. I can say, give me a cup of tea. If this is sentence in that verb is give, but there is no subject at all. So it is possible that we can make a sentence without subject, but without verb we cannot. So if you are able to make any sentence without verb, you just tell me. बनवू शकता का एखादं sentence सांगा मला without verbs. Can you tell me any sentence like this? एखादं वाक्य सांगू शकता? Okay, not possible. Or we need to understand that it is not possible to make a sentence without verb. Okay, so that is the importance of verb. And verb is a word which is used to describe action. So verb is equal to action. But sometimes you know that it is not always action. We'll come to know verb can be used to talk about the state, or it can be also used to talk about facts. So that is the use of verb that people need to understand. Okay. Apart from that, we people will just try to understand that this main verb and auxiliary verb or classification of verb is also important that you people need to understand. Okay. So see, if we'll take here that is main verb here. Okay, if main verb is there, you can make a tree diagram like this. So it will divide it into two parts. So these two parts will be, one is main verb here. Now here you just take it only verb. It is not main verb. It is only verb. And that verb we people are going to divide it into main verb and auxiliary verb. Okay, that is main verb and auxiliary verb. Okay, then again that main verb we can classify into two types, and those two types will be like this. One is, we will call it transitive verb, one will be transitive. So what is this transitive verb? So I will talk about it. Transitive verb means the verb which takes, or which is there is object in the sentence. Okay, there is object in the sentence. That time that verb is called transitive, and here that is intransitive also. So what is this intransitive? Intransitive means there is no object in that sentence. That is, we call it intransitive. Okay, so will not go deep in transitive or intransitive, but for your information only, you people just try to understand main verb can be transitive, main verb can be intransitive, or again you can go for a finite verb and infinite verb also, but we are not going for that classification. Okay, then again we people will classify that auxiliary verbs into two types. Okay, so which are these two types of auxiliary verbs? Here we will call them primary auxiliaries. Okay, we'll classify them into primary auxiliaries. So which are primary auxiliaries? So primary auxiliaries will be like this. All helping verbs will come here, like am, is, are, do, does, did, was, were, again, have, has. And. So these all are called primary auxiliaries. And another classification will make that will be modal auxiliaries. Okay, in modal auxiliaries, so people can talk about like shall, will is there, then can, could, should, would, may, might, must, and maybe some semi-modals like dare to, used to. Such will be there into modal auxiliaries that you people need to understand. Okay. And we people are going to talk about all this. First of all, verb, main verb, the forms of verbs. Then we'll not go for transitive, intransitive. So don't worry much. If you are not clear about transitive or intransitive, you people can leave that part. Or I will give one example so that you people can understand what transitive means and intransitive means. Okay. So let's take one example sentence like this. He plays cricket. Okay. This is one sentence, and another. He laughs loudly. So these are two sentences. So if you come to know he plays cricket, which is verb in this sentence? Reply me. Which is verb? He plays cricket. This is one sentence. And what is verb in this sentence?
Plays.
Yes, plays is verb. But you will come to know that plays is a transitive verb. Why it is transitive? Because there is object. What is object? Cricket is object, and we can make it passive also. So therefore, the verb in this sentence, that is transitive. Okay. And if you come to the second sentence, laugh. Laugh is verb again here, but there is no object in this sentence. You will come to know loudly is not object here. And so therefore, the verb which is laugh in this sentence, that is called intransitive. Okay, that is only difference. So we don't go much deep. If you are not clear about transitive, let it be. But you have to be very clear about primary auxiliaries like is, are, do, does, did, was, where, have, has, had. You have to be clear in the sense you need to use them properly. There are some students who are having confusion when they are using have or has. They're not clear. Or there are some students who are not clear with do, does, or did, and some with have, has, had. Okay. Model auxiliary is a separate topic that you people have to prepare on. So all these things we will talk in this category of verb. Okay. So let's go. We will just start for that. I will unmute screen now. Only people just to try to see if you people are able to see the next slide. Is it visible? Forms of verbs.
No, sir.
I have to share it again. It might be visible right now. Is it visible now? Forms of verb.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So let's pay attention to these forms of verb. Okay. So when people use verb in sentences, we are using them in different forms. We are using them in different forms. So how many forms these can be? So these can be these 5 forms that you people can think of. So it can be this base form, to be form, past tense, past participle, or it can be present participle. So first of all, base form. So base form, मूळ रूप म्हणू आपण त्याला. Okay. Example, play. Then similar, it is not V1, it can be also V1 also. In fact, you just try to clear it. Play can be V1. That is to be form. Okay, this is to be form. You can also call it infinitive. Okay. If you have studied grammar in your 10th or 12th, you would have come across with this form of verb, infinitive and gerund. Okay, so infinitive means to. There is preposition to is used, and after that, first form of verb is used. Remember, after preposition to, everywhere first form or base form of verb is used. That you people have to understand. It is not like that. To played is not okay. To played will be wrong. Okay, so to play is always right. So people need to use first form of verb after to. So that is called to be form, or you can call it infinitive, or again that is similar to V1. Though it is to play, but play is first form. Play is first form here. Okay. Then here we people will talk about now V2. So what do you mean by V2? That is called past tense of verb. Past tense of verb means त्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये क्रियापदाचं दुसरं रूप म्हणतो. Okay. So here you people can see the example, that is played. Okay, that is played. And then here we people have past participle. Past participle that you can call V3. V3 क्रियापदाचं तिसरं रूप. So what is it here? It is played. That is same. Second form and third form is same. So therefore, again, you people will get another category of verb that I would like to tell you people that you may be coming across with the regular verbs. And there will be irregular verbs. Okay. So what is a regular verb there? If the second form and third form is same, if it is with ed, played and played, that is same. So that is what kind of verb it is? You can call it regular verb. So that is called regular verb. Okay. If I give you another example now, for example, if it is right. Okay. So what is 3 forms of right? What is past tense?
As it is right.
Write, wrote, written.
Yes, it is not as it is right. It will be wrote. Past tense will be wrote, and third form will be
Written.
Written.
Okay. So in this case, you'll come to know that second form and third form, is it same or different?
Different.
It is different. Okay. So therefore, it is not regular. So therefore, these kind of verbs will be called what kind of verbs? Irregular verbs. The second form and third form वेगळे वेगळे असतात. त्यांना काय म्हटलं जाईल? Irregular verbs. तर ज्याचे second and third form same आहे ते कसले verbs? Regular verbs. Like this also, you people can get classification. And then here we people have last form of verb that you people can just try to read it. That is VING. It is not wing, but it is VING form of verb. You can call it also present participle. Kriyapadala ing pratyay. So that you people can say example here, playing. Okay. So this way you people will come to know anywhere, everywhere, wherever you are going to see the verb, that verb is going to be in which form? These 5 forms. Either it can be base form, it can be to be form, it can be into past tense, it can be into past participle, it can be into present participle. So we are talking about which verb here? We are talking about main verb here. Okay, is it clear? Any question? Any difficulty about this? कुणाला काही कळत नाही असं असेल त्यांनी हात वरती करा. You can raise your hand or you ask me, sir, maybe you are not able to understand, so I will explain it again. Everyone is getting it right? If it is everyone is getting, nobody is replying. So let me ask Aishwarya, roll number 5. काय अडचण आहे का Aishwarya?
No, sir.
Aish-
No, sir.
13. श्रद्धा काय अडचण आहे का? Roll number 13.
No, sir.
Then let me ask Harshal, roll number 30. Harshal.
No, sir.
Okay, then let me ask Tanaji, roll number 45.
Yes, sir.
काय अडचण आहे का?
No, sir.
Roll number 52, Raj.
No problem, sir.
Fine. So now we people are going to see the next part of this, which will be, that 3 forms of verbs. Very important. It is that we need to understand, and that will be 3 forms. So which 3 forms? That 3 forms you people can consider that can be like first form, that is second form, and third form. So what we people will do? We people will make list of verbs, different verbs. So you people can tell me such verbs here, and we people will go one by one. So let's begin with it one by one. One will tell me one verb, and there are 3 forms. For example, if we people begin with ride, so what is second and third form of ride?
Road.
ROAD. Which road?
ROD.
ROD. And third form?
Ridden.
Region. All right. So any other?
Bad, worst, worst.
Okay, bad, worst, worst. Okay, is it okay to say here bad, worst, worst?
Degree.
So what we are learning, degree or verb?
Words.
Verb. We are learning verb. So bad, worse, worst, good, better, best, fast, faster, fastest, strong, stronger, strongest. हे येतील का इकडं?
No, sir.
That we people have to be clear with. No confusion. Adjectives also have 3 forms. Verbs also have 3 forms. But we should not get confused with it. So bad, worse, worst will not come here. Why? Because bad is not verb at all. Bad है verb I can't nahi hai. So therefore we are not going to consider these things here. So we have to talk about verbs. And you have to tell me such verbs that can be new to us. It is not like that. Go, went, gone, come, can, go, something like this.
Speak, spoke, spoken.
Okay, so we can talk here. Speak, spoke.
Good, better, best.
Okay, Tama. Good, better, best. आत्ताच आपण worse, bad, worse, worst बद्दल बघितलं ना.
Eat, ate, eaten.
मग इथं गुड बेटर बेस्ट येणार का आता श्रद्धा येणार आहे इथं
No.
इज इट वर्ब
Forget, forgot, forgotten.
okay we have to be clear with this good better best it is form of what it is form of adjective त्यामुळे हे इथं येणार नाही श्रद्धा गुड बेटर बेस्ट बॅड वर्स वर्स्ट स्ट्रॉंग स्ट्रॉंगर स्ट्रॉंगेस्ट
Okay,
maybe
sir.
so these are adjectives so they not come here so forget forgot forgotten from Nilesh we got climb climbed climbed is also you people can talk these things Azul.
Read, read, read.
Awoken.
Okay awake awoke awaken in case
Awoken.
of awoken read
Read, read, read. Read.
so it is same but you have to pronounce it differently it is read 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 how you are going to read it read 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 it is not read 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 okay
Okay, sir.
Lie, lane.
okay lie what kind of spelling lie ly or li
Lie.
lie then
lay,
It can be lied also. It can be lay also. Lay, that is lay, laid, lay, lie, lied, lied.
Fly, flew, flown.
Fly, flew, flown. I'm getting here some chart in chart box. I'm getting it from let's say Raj. It is draw, drew, drawn. From Aishwarya, it is find, found, found, put. From Nilesh, delay, delayed, delayed. From Aishwarya, it is cut, cut. From Sakshi, it is lent. Okay. Samruddhi again coming with come, came. Sorry, come, came, come. It should be. Look,
Do, did, done.
do, did, done, that can be also. So all you people should take note of it that you are going to make a list of such verbs. List of such verbs, which verbs you people are going to use them in 3 forms. Usually such verbs which you people are not familiar like this, that you people have to go for. It should not be simple like read, we people know. Maybe for example here, go, went, gone, we people know, or write, wrote, written, that we people know. In that case, you are not required to write them because you know them. So you can write such verbs which can be, for example, awake is new, maybe ride is new, maybe publish is new for me. So such verbs, I will find them out and I will just try to write them in your notebook. So make a list of such things. Yes, it is from drink, drank, drunk is here from Praveen, or maybe go and gone. Already people talked it. Already we talked about do, did, done also. So people have to make list of such verbs. So maximum, how many you can collect? Maximum. If it is maybe 100, thousands also people can collect such verbs. Or you can search on Google, try to get number of such verbs and increase your vocabulary also. Yes, here term is there. So that is going to help you to use in language. In your reading, writing, it will help you. In your speaking also, it will help you. So take note of it and increase. So how many verb lists you are going to make? Minimum 1000. Okay, minimum 1000 verbs. All of you are going to find it out. That should be a target for all of you. That has to be again mentioned in your notebook. Is it clear? का अडचण येईल का 1000 वर्ब्स गोळा करायला?
No, sir. No, sir.
आणि लिहिताना मात्र किती लिहायचे? 1000 मधले जे फक्त नवीन आहेत. फॉर एक्झाम्पल मला क्लाइंब हे नवीन आहे. that I will write it down. Speak, spoke, spoken मला माहिती आहे. I will not write it down. All right, so let's go to the next. Here you people will get another list from this picture that you people will be able to see. Here already I have told you what is a regular verb. So this first column is of regular verbs and this column is of irregular verbs. So people can try to understand from that also. So here you people can read it like this. So first of all, that is bake. So bake, baked, baked. Copy, copied, copied. Dry, dried, dried. Fit, fitted, fitted. Hug, hugged, hugged. Marry, married, married. Plan, planned, planned. Rely, relied, relied. Skip, skipped, skipped. Tip, tipped, tipped. Worry, worried, worried. Try, tried, tried. Ban, banned, banned. Clap, clapped, clapped. Drop, dropped, dropped. Shop, shopped, shopped. Sleep, slept, slept. Stop, stopped, stopped. Travel, traveled, traveled. Empty, emptied, emptied. From this category, we know be, was, were, been. Begin, began, begun. Break, broke, broken. Build, built, built. Choose, chose, chosen. come, came, come, do, did, done, cut, 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 draw, drew, drawn, eat, ate, eaten, fall, fail, fallen, fly, flew, flown, get, got, gotten, go, went, gone, have, had, keep, kept, kept, know, knew, known, sing, sang, sung, told, told. It should be tailor. It is not told. Correct. It is not tall. It is tail. Tell, told, win, won. So this is few examples that you people are able to see here. So whatever we people discussed so far, it was all about main verb. So let me know main verb बद्दल कुणाला काय अडचण आहे का? Main verb बद्दल. If not, then we are going to discuss here modal auxiliary verbs. Okay. So first of all, we will try to understand what are modal auxiliaries. So as we people, I have told you, there are primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. So in case of primary auxiliaries, am, is, are, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, had, they are not having their own meaning. Okay. But in case of modal auxiliary, they have their own meaning. Okay. So whenever they are used in sentence, they have their own meaning in sentence. So therefore, we people need to understand what they are used for, what is the meaning of those modal auxiliaries, and so we people will learn that. So which modal auxiliaries we people will learn here? You will learn shall and will, because they are used everywhere in future tense. All future tense will find that simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Shall and will is used everywhere. But apart from that also, there are other uses of shall and will that we people will be learning here. Then there is can and could. So to talk about possibility, to talk about maybe ability and permission and request and all other uses of can and could, we people will learn how to use can and could. Then here is may, might, must is also that we people will learn. Should and would. Then here you will find that semi-modals like need to, dare to, used to, which are used for some specific purposes for some specific reasons. Even that also we people will try to discuss. Okay, so let's begin. All of you people see there is next picture in front of you, which is dealing with the use of shall, how we can use it in a better way. Okay, first of all, you will see I have already told you shall is used for talking about future tense. But apart from that, it can be used for suggestions. Okay, if you want to suggest to someone something, how can suggest it? Like this, shall I get a pizza for dinner tonight? Shall I get a pizza means that for tonight, for your dinner, what you would like to have? You are asking it, can we have pizza? This is one kind of suggestion that you are making, that we can have pizza. Okay, so like that, you can make suggestion. Shall I complete the homework today? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Or maybe something like this. You can suggest with the help of shall. The next use of shall is here of offers, or it says volunteering. So volunteering means that willingly you are doing something, or you are coming ahead and you are maybe doing some favor. In such case, it can be volunteering. Okay, so offer can be. So that bag looks heavy. So if you are there and someone carrying a bag which is heavy bag, and that person is not able to carry that bag properly, in such case you can say, shall I carry it for you? So what you are doing here, you are offering something, you are offering your help, you are volunteering here. So therefore that can be done with the help of shall, that you can just try to understand. Then next you can ask for instructions, or you can give instructions with the help of shall. How to ask or how to give instructions like this: what shall I do with your mail when it arrives? So it is asking for some instructions. Or you can also see what I shall do when I want to complete my assignment. What shall I do when I wanted to go for maybe some any place or something like this. There are a number of situations in our day-to-day life that we come across. So in that particular situation, we people need to decide how we can use it with shall, or we can use other model auxiliaries also. It is not only model auxiliary that is shall that we people can use in all these things. At the end note, you'll come to know that we people can use other model verbs also, another model verbs also, like here for suggestions, for instructions, should can be used. For offers, we people can and could also use. For promise, we people can will also use. Okay. The next use of shall is promise. You shall be the first person to know. You shall be the first person. So you are promising something. What you are promising? That you shall be the first person. So that is promise. Okay. The next is confirmation. So where you are confirming something like this, I shall meet you there at 7. So again, try to understand this example can be promise also. If you're saying somebody, if you're telling your friend, I shall meet you there at 7, that can be promise also. So these are the some of the uses of shall. Here also people can try to read additional information about shall that says the modal verb shall is not used much nowadays. You'll come to know that instead of shall, shall can be used, but apart from shall, you'll come to know that will is also used. So I would like to tell you that the pronoun I, after I, we people use shall. Okay, after pronoun we people use shall, and remaining all other pronouns we people use will. For example, it is you, we people will. Will is used. If it is he will. If it is she, it will be will. If it is it will be will. If it is they, for they also, you people are going to use will. Okay. So if you are not clear about when to use shall and when to use will, you have to remember only pronoun I and we will use shall. All other pronouns will take will. But again, this is not the only rule. Here you people can use I will also. Here you people can say we will also. So will be used everywhere. You can say I will, you can say we will, you will, he will, she will, it will, they will. In case of shall, only I shall and we shall. So that you people need to understand. But I think that there are some difference that you people need to understand. If any sentence is there, for example, if I say like this, I will win the match. And in another case, if I say, I shall win the match, in both cases, does this meaning same or different? What do you think? I will win the match and I shall win the match. अर्थ सेम आहे का वेगळा?
Same. Different.
So if you are asking about tense is same, tense is simple future in both sentences, but meaning is going to be different. Meaning is going to be different. It is not same. How? Because when you say something with will, I will win the match, it means what? It means certainty. What is certainty? Sure, you are sure about something, or you are confident about something, or maybe that is more possibility of doing these things. But if you are just saying I shall win the match, in that case, that is not sure, that is not confident, that is not, maybe that can be possibility only. You may win or may not win the match. But when you say I will win the match, there is certainty. There is maybe you have guarantee or more confidence about winning the match. So that is the difference. So depending upon this certainty, you people need to decide how you can choose I will do something or I shall do something. For example, I will help you or I shall help you. If you're planning to help your friend, you have to say I will help you. If you're saying I shall help you, in that case, that is not okay. You're just using future tense only, I shall help you. But you have to say I will help you to your friends. If you definitely you are going to help your friend, in that case, you should say I will help you. So that is the difference between I will and I shall. कळालं का? Shall and will difference.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So in case of all other, you'll come to know you will, he will, she will, it will, they will. There is no such case. But in case of I will and I shall, or same for we will and we shall, you can replace here this pronoun I with we also. If it is we will win the match or we shall win the match, same kind of things will be there. So it says is not used much nowadays. Why it is not used nowadays? Because you can use I will, we will also. It may still be found in formal speech, but shall is very formal and it is used in formal speech or formal documents or some legal documents that you will find that shall is used. The most common use of shall in everyday English is in the questions that offer or suggest. So you need to remember this only when you wanted to offer something. For example, I think that I have said a number of examples like this. Your friends are together and suppose that you wanted to go for tea and you want to ask your friends, shall we go for tea? Shall we go for lunch? Shall we go for picnic? Shall we go for a movie? Shall we go for shopping? Shall we go home? Shall we leave now? Shall we stop now? So these kind of offers you people can make with the use of shall, or same can you can say shall we, shall I. Okay, shall I help you? Shall I maybe do something for you? Kind of offers you people can do for people. Originally, shall was used instead of will in first person I and we when talking about the future that we have just discussed with these things here. Okay, so that is all about shall. Again, remember this note. In all of the examples above, shall can be replaced. It does not mean only shall is there for suggestion. Only shall is for offers, or you can use other model verbs also. Like here, already told should. So it is shall I get a pizza for dinner tonight? You can say should I get also. That is right. It is not only shall is right, but you can say should I get a pizza for dinner tonight? That is going to be correct here again. So this way you people can try to understand. Same case for promise or for confirmation. I can say I shall meet you there at 7. You can use replace shall with should. I should meet you there at 7. That is again going to be right. Okay, so these are the some of the examples that you people can think for shall. If it is clear, then we are going to see the next slide, and that is with will. So I have already told you that shall and will, they are used for what? They're used for talking about future tense. So will is used for talking. For example, we come to know it is I will be 14 March. So that is in future tense. That is conveying the future action or event or something that is going to happen. So that is for future. I will be late to the meeting tomorrow. So here again, I will. How it is written? That is written in contracted form. Contracted form is that is you people have used like this. I apostrophe L. So it means I will. Or sometimes you people might have seen some contracted forms like this. So what does it mean? I apostrophe V. Or sometimes you people say like this, I apostrophe D. Or you don't know. So that apostrophe and double L, it indicates I will. If it is I and apostrophe V, it means I have. If it is I and apostrophe D, it means I would or I had. Like this, you people need to understand. These are called contracted forms. Okay. So after that, then we will talk here about second use. What is it? Will is used for what? It is used for request also. So how to make a request with will? In the form of a question. Like this. Will you call me when you get home? Will you help me with my homework? Or you people can also try to say, will you help me? Will you close the door? Will you pass the salt? Will you can use number of things. Okay. So will you come with me? Will you give me your pen? So something like this. So can you tell me one example with request? Will you? Can you make one sentence with this kind of request? How
Will
can
you-
you? Yes.
Will you drop me at my home?
Yes, that is a good example. Will you drop me at my home? That will be fine example. So like that, people can make requests for a number of things. Will you just give me some money or something like this also? So this way we can make requests. Then with will also you people can offer or you can express your willingness. Simply you are using will. For example, we will pay for you. I have just explained. If it is we will means what? Usually after we people use shall, but here it is used will. So what does it express? It express offer or willingness. So we will pay for you. I will give you a ride home, something like this. So people can use, or I will guide you, I will help you. This will be kind of offers that you people can make with will. Then refusal is not a kind of use at all, because simply if you're using not, that will indicate refusal. There is not much deep, or you're not going to make it separate. So she will not return his calls. That means that is negative or refusal. My mom won't let me go to the party again. That is refusal. So that is not a big question, or that is not a big use of will. Everywhere you will find conditional use. We'll talk about here. All the sentences which are beginning with if, and if you are using will, that can be conditional use of will. For example, if it rains, I will bring an umbrella. Okay. Or another example that people can read here: if she wins the race, she will be happy. So he will come to know I will or she will is the use of will in conditional. For example, another example we can take of conditional is can be like this: if you come, I will read, something like this. Okay. Or if you study hard, you will pass, like this. So in such conditions, people can use if in with simple present and simple future with will. So tell me one example with will, with condition if. One example like if and with we. Very simple. You can begin with if. If I'm late, you will call me. Simple. Is it clear or any questions? Okay, let me ask Snehal. Remember one, Snehal?
Yes, sir.
Any difficulty? कळत नाहीये काहीच? You are not audible, Snehal. स्वप्नाली,
Yes, sir.
कळतंय का काही?
हो कळतंय.
शर्मिन, any difficulty?
Yes, sir.
काय कळतंय, कळत नाहीये?
कळतंय, sir.
I think that you people need to ask. I'm just waiting that you people should say, sir, कळत नाही हे सांगा, explain करा. कळत नसताना जर तुम्ही कळत म्हणत असाल तर you are just making a big mistake. So don't do like this. So whenever you are having difficulties, be bold enough. जास्त काही मी कसं जबरदस्ती नसतं मी की कळतंयच म्हटलं पाहिजे. I'm not expecting. I can also, if sometimes you are saying you're not clear, I'm just thinking ki I should explain it again or something like this also. So don't assume कळतंयच म्हटलं पाहिजे असंच म्हणायला पाहिजे असं नाही. कधी कधी नाही कळते असं म्हटलं तरी खूप चालेल. I think that we should continue this part next time. So with can, we people are going to see next. So can is usually for ability, possibility, permission, request, offer. So that all things we will discuss in next class. So we'll take attendance and we'll stop here today. So for unit number 1, notes have been added in teaching diary. People can go for that. After completing work, I will upload this PPT also so that you can refer this. So let's look at attendance. Roll number 1, 2, 3 is not here. And so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is not here. Then 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is absent. Then 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47 is absent, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61. So roll number 3, 9, 18, and 47, they're absent. Okay, so should we stop here? Should I end this meeting for all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.